In this video, I'm going to be talking about collaboration, but not in the sense of how to collaborate with someone, but more on how to say no to a collaboration. Saying yes is pretty easy. You can be excited by someone's art and what they're doing, and you're just like, yeah, let's do this thing. But when you have that conversation of someone approaching you and asking you to work with them, and you can't or don't want to, saying no can be a little tricky. And I'm going to go over some of the thoughts, feelings, and ideas that I have around saying no to collaboration. Now, I think the first thing that you need to keep in mind when someone comes up to you and asks to collaborate is that them approaching you is a pretty big deal on a few levels. One of them is like, it takes a lot to put yourself out there. And the second one is that's a huge compliment. Saying that they want to create with you, that, I mean, personally, I think creativity is the highest goal, the highest thing that we have as a human race, the ability to create art and music and architecture, you name it. Like, that is an amazing process, and they want to share that with you. It's because they respect what you do. Maybe they're called by something you've done in the past, whatever it might be. That's a huge compliment. And interacting with them on that level of knowing the amount of respect that they're giving you is a pretty big deal. And then from that place, you can give them the same level of respect and understanding. Now, when I first started making music, I would reach out to different musicians and see if they would work with me. Granted, I was really new and I thought I was way better than I thought I was at that time period, but I still was called to ask these different friends and musicians if they would work with me. And I had a few interactions that left me really kind of upset. And one of them was I contacted a friend of mine who was a musician who was fairly well known, and I sent him a message and basically never heard back. Sent a second, third message. It was about trading remixes or something. I don't quite remember, but I do remember that they never even answered my message. And that really hurt. That really felt like this person wouldn't even take the time to say, no, I'm too busy, or whatever it might be. So I'd say one of the number one things to do is at least get back to people. Remember, they're showing you some respect. Just get back to them and say you can or cannot do them and why you might not be able to. And that speaks really loud. That's showing this person who is your fan, this person that is all about what you do, that you do care, even if you're not able to do what they're asking. And then the next big thing I've learned is about how to be authentic in your answer. Great example is I've had a lot of singers approach me because I've been looking for singers for my band, and having someone who wants to work with you with their voice and they're fairly new to this is a pretty delicate thing. And just saying like, oh no, I don't want to work with you is just one thing, but that's not really why I don't want to work with them. Why I don't want to work with them is because where I am at in my skill set, in my ability to produce, and the speed of which that I am creating is not equal to where they might be in their process. Maybe they haven't taken a lot of classes on music theory or vocal coaching or mic techniques and all these different things, and I don't have the time to deal with that. That could be years of learning before they're up to the level where I'm at in my creative skills. So putting that to them in a light and respectful manner is going to be much more powerful than it is by just being like, oh no, I don't want to work with you. So say something like, I appreciate you wanting to work with me. That means a lot. And I recognize that where I am at my skill and my level, I've spent many years to get to this place. And the speed of which I want to work with someone who has XYZ skills. I think that you could do really well by going out and developing those skills and being able to work with me in that capacity, or other producers. But just know that like what you want, where you want to be, takes a few steps. And at that point, we can start talking, we might be able to collaborate. Well, by doing that, you're allowing somebody to better themselves and reach up to where you're at. You're showing them authentically where you are and authentically what you would need to work with them, and you're leaving it open in the future. Because you never know where people are going to be. I have seen people in 2 years beginning a project jump way up. I've had people open for me that are then going on huge tours years later. And if I was rude to them at the beginning, or if I just shut them off or never messaged them back, then I'm really shutting that off. But by being clear and being kind and respectful, you're really going to show to everyone what you're really about and help improve the world, help improve other people, inspire them. And that's really the key to being a good creative person, as well as just a good person. Just filling the world with more awesome, with better art, with better music, with better writing, whatever your skill might be. So share in the comments below about your thoughts around collaboration. Maybe share a story of when someone was rude to you or said no to you, or maybe when someone said no in a way that was really helpful, that actually led to your growth as a musician. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to have the discussion as a creative community. Just message it below, and thanks a lot for watching.